Hello friends, welcome back. This is Amit from Magnet, and today we're going to learn that how we create this nice beach environment scene inside Unreal Engine 5.6. So first take a look what we are going to create today. So I launch my Unreal Engine from here. Then I choose this games option here and also choose this third person template. And here I name my project as tutorial and hit create. And once it open, first we're going to create our new level. So we go to the file, then we go to this new level and just click. And here we're going to select this preset called this empty level, just click. And then we click create. So this is our empty level. And here first we're going to create our lighting setup. So for this, we go to the window, then we go to this environment light mixer and we click on this create skylight, create directional light, create sky atmosphere, create volumetric cloud and create height fog. Then we go down here and enable the volumetric fog from here. Just click over here. Then we close this window and then we're going to create our landscape. So we go to the selection mode button here. Click on this landscape and we don't need to change anything here, just click on this create. So this is our landscape. Then we go back to our selection mode. So we go to this option here and click on this selection. Okay, and now we're going to create our ocean. So for the ocean, we need to enable a plugin called water body. So we go to the edit, then we click on this plugins and in the search bar we type for water. And here you can find this water plugin. Just click over here and also click on this yes. Then also click on this water extras. Click on this yes and also click on this water advanced. Just click here and yes. And then in order to effect those plugins, we have to restart our engine. So just click on this restart now button here. Just click. And also we have to save our progresses. Just click on this save selected. And also we're going to name our level. So we name our level as tutorial level and then just click on this save. And after restart, you will find this warning window. So just go to the end of this line and just click on this add entry to default engine INI. Just click over here and it will fix. Then we're going to close this window. And also we close our plugin bar from here. And then we're going to open our level. So here is our level called this tutorial level. Just double click to open this level. And now we're going to apply our ocean over here. So in order to apply the ocean, we go to this box option here and click on this place actor panel. And here in the search bar, we type for water. And here you will find all these water bodies. So we're going to use this water body ocean. Just click and drag it over here, just like that. And just click on this complete. Then we're going to close this bar. So we click over here and then we close this bar from here. And now if we move our camera, you can see this is our water body here. So this is our landscape and this is our water body. So as you can see that inside this box, the water look nice. So we're going to move our landscape over here so we can get more of this nice water here. So we select this spline point here and just drag it over here like this. And also do the same for this spline point here. Okay. And now if we come over here, you can see this is our ocean and this is the beach. And in order to know the actual size, we're going to put a mannequin over here so we can understand the actual size. So we go to this characters folder from here, double click to open this mannequins folder, go to the mesh, and from here we're going to apply a mannequin over here. So just click and drag it over here. So now you can understand the actual size. So if we come over here, you can see that this area is really big here. Okay, so as you can see that this is our ocean, and one thing is clear that our ocean is not look right. So we're going to change some settings to make it right. So we select our water plane here, then we go to its details panel, then we go down, and here from you can get this wave source option. Just expand this, and also we expand this water wave asset. Just expand this one, and here you can find this asset. Just double click to open. So here is the asset. We expand this one and also expand these waves and also expand this one. And here is all these options. And first you go to this default option here. Just expand this. And here you will find this option called this number of waves. And the default value is 16. We're going to decrease the value to 2 here. Then we go to this wavelength option and expand this. And we're going to increase the minimum wavelength value to around maybe 1700. And then we go to this max wavelength and we decrease the value around 2100. Then we go to this wavelength fall off and we increase the value to 35 here. Then we go to this amplitude option, expand this. And first we go to this minimum amplitude and we increase the value to 5 here. And go to this maximum amplitude, we decrease the value to 10. So in that way, we can get this kind of nice subtle waves here. And also we go to this amplitude fall off and we increase the value to 30 here. And then we go to these directions, and this is depends on you that which angle fits on you. So if we come over here, and then we're going to change the direction here. So I think this look nice here. Okay, so if we change our directional light position, so we press Ctrl and L and then we move our light from here. You can see this is how our ocean look like now. And also we're going to change our water color. So we save these settings and then we also close this window. Then again we select our water plane here. Then we go to its details panel and we go down. And here you can find this water material. So just double click to open this material. And here you can find all these options here. So first we go to this option called this global static switch parameter values. Just expand this. And here from you can get this caustics option. So we're going to activate this option by clicking here and also enable this from here. And then also we go down here and we open this option called this global vector parameter values. Just expand this. And here from you can change our water color. So we go to the absorption tab and activate this option here. Then we click on this color wheel here. And here from you can change the water color. So if we choose this color here and click OK, and you can get this kind of neutral water color here. So if you not like this one, you can also change the value from here. So maybe we can make this kind of little bit of bluish color here. Just click OK. Or maybe make it little bit more blue here. And then click OK. So in that way we get this kind of nice blue water here. And then finally we go to this option called this water shading. Just expand this. Then we go to this anisotropy, activate this option and we increase the value to 0.9 here. So in that way, our water look something like this. So you can see that our water look nice here. So when you're satisfied with these settings, just save all these settings from here. Then we close this window. Okay, and now we're going to put a material over our landscape here. So for the material, I'm going to download a material from Fab. So I go to the window and click on this Fab here. And I'm going to use the Quixel library asset. So I'm going to open any asset from Quixel and just click over here. Then I go to the search bar and type for rocky sand material and hit enter. And as you can see that it's not showing all the results. So we come over here and just enable this one, which is called this include 3D compatible formats. And here from we can download this material called this rocky sand. Just click and we're going to use the highest quality. So I go to this drop down menu and click on this high quality. And then just click on this add to project. And after download, you can find this asset inside this Fab folder here. So if you go to this Fab, then we go to this Megascan folder and also go to this Surfaces folder. And here from you can get the asset. Just double click to open. Then we go to the High folder here and also open this one and we open this Materials folder here. So here is the material. And now we're going to apply this material over our landscape. So we select our landscape from here. Then we go to its Details panel here. Then we go down and here we find this option called this landscape material slot. Just drag this material over here. So in that way you can apply the material over our landscape. But as you can see that this material looks very repetitive here. So we're going to decrease the size of tiling. So we open the material from here and we place our material over here. Then we go to its global, expand this, and then we activate this tiling option here and we decrease the value to maybe 0.2 here. Maybe 0.2 look very big here. So maybe we can increase it to 0.3. Okay, so 0.3 look nice here. Okay, so we save the settings here and close this window. Okay, so this is our landscape. But one thing you have noticed that this look nice from here. But when we go down here, you can see that it's look very flat here. So there is no tessellation here. So we're going to apply the displacement by using the Nanite displacement here. So for this, first we're going to open the folder which hold this project file. And in order to navigate this project file folder very easily, we're going to open our launcher from here. Then we go to our project which is called this tutorial here. Then right click on it and click on the show in folder. So here it is. Then we go to this config folder, just double click to open. Then we go to this file called this default engine, just double click to open. And here we're going to put in another command. So I will give the command for Nanite displacement in my description down below. So here it is. So this is the command for Nanite displacement. So we're going to copy this command from here. Just right click and copy. Then we're going to paste this command over here. So I come over here and then press enter to go to this next line. And here I paste the commands here. Okay, so that's it. Then I go to the file and save this. And also close this. And then also we go to this Unreal Engine. And we have to restart our engine. So I close this from here and also save our progresses. After that, I'm going to reopen our project. Just double click to open. And after restart, we're going to reopen our level. So I go to this content folder and open our level. Then we're going to select our landscape and open this landscape material. So I go to this details panel. Then we go down and we open our landscape material from here. Then we go to this parent, just open this parent material here. And here you can see that the displacement option is still not functional. So in order to make it functional, we go to select our material attributes and maybe we can maximize the window here so we can see it properly. Then we go to its details panel and we go down here. And here inside this Nanite option, you will find this option called this enable tessellation. Just enable this one. So in that way, you can see that the displacement node is now functional here. Okay. Then we're going to save this. Just click on this apply and then we save this. Also close this window. And then finally, we're going to enable Nanite for our landscape. So we select our landscape from here. Then we go to its details panel and we go down. And here you can find this option called this Nanite. And inside this option, you will find this enable Nanite. Just enable this one. And also click on this build data. Okay, so now you can see that the displacement is too high. So our landscape look like this. So in order to decrease the displacement amount, we again open our material. So we go up and here is the landscape material. Just double click to open this material. And also we're going to place our material parameters over here. Then we go down here and we go to this material property overrides. Just expand this. And here you can find this option called this displacement scaling. Just activate this option from here and expand this. And here you can find this option called this magnitude and center. So we're going to decrease the magnitude. So maybe we can put 0.2 here. So you can see that 0.2 is still very high. So we're going to put maybe 0.05. So 0.05 look really nice here. Or maybe we can also decrease it a little bit more. So maybe 0.02. But it is very less. So maybe we can put 0.04 here. So it's all depends on you that how much tessellation or displacement you want here. So I think this look nice here. Okay, so this is the real displacement. So if we change our directional light position, you can see that those create its own shadow here. So we save these settings and close this window. Okay, and now we're going to start designing our level. So for this, we're going to download some assets. So if I go to the window and open Fab, and I'm going to download this project file. So it's called this Dark Ruin Megascans. And if you add this project file into your library, then you close this Fab and open Epic Game Launcher. And after opening this Epic Game Launcher, go to the library. And in the search bar, we type for the asset. So here it is. So just click on this Create Project. And I have already downloaded this project file. So you can see it here. So I just right click on it and click on the Show in folder. And we don't need to open this project file. Just go to the content, double click to open. And from here, we can copy all of these assets. So just select all of them and right click and copy. Then we're going to paste all these assets to our actual project file. And here is our actual project file. So right click on it and click on the Show in folder. Then we go to this content folder here and just paste all of the assets. So just right click and paste. And after copy, we go back to our Unreal Engine. Here it is. And we click on this import here. And as you can see that we have all these files available here. And in order to function them properly, we're going to restart our level. And after restart, we're going to reopen our level. And now we're going to put some assets over here and there. So I go to this content folder and we enable the static mesh filter. And if you not have any filters over here, just go to this 3-line option here and select this static mesh filter from here. And then we enable this filter. And you can see all these assets over here. So let's find the asset that we're going to use here. So I'm going to use this one. Just drag it to our scene here. So I place it over here and we place it over here. So maybe we can change our light position here. Okay. And we place it here. And we can also increase its scale. And we can disable all this snapping here. So we can scale it or move it freely. Okay. And then we're going to make a round shape here with this same asset. So we're going to duplicate this asset several times. So just duplicate it here like this, and we rotate it like this. And I'm also going to extend this structure over here. So again, I'm going to use the same asset here. So I selected this one and we rotate this, and maybe we can increase its scale. Okay, so as you can see that I use the same asset to fill this area here, and maybe we can push them little bit this side here. So maybe we can place them here. Okay, so now as you can see that I designed this area and it look really amazing here. So if I change my directional light position or sun position here by pressing Ctrl and L and move my mouse over here, you can get this kind of nice view here. Okay, and now one thing you have also noticed that this portion of this rock is connected with this water, so it's probably to get wet here, and the wetness is gradually decreased by the height here. Okay, but as you can see that there is no wetness here, so we can also enable the wetness for this asset. So if we select any assets from here and then we go to its details panel, then we go down to its material, just double click to open this material from here. And then if we go to the shore wetness option here, just expand this and activate this option called this enable wetness. Just activate it from here and then we just click to enable the wetness. Okay, so now you can see that this area which is connected with this water is get wet here. Okay, so if I come over here, you can see the same thing over here, and you can also increase or decrease the height as well. So if I come over here with this shore wetness and expand this, and here from you can change all these heights from here. So if I come over here and activate this option, and if we increase the value, you can see here that we can increase this wetness here. Okay, so if I change my light position to see this wetness here, here you can see that you can increase or decrease the height of this wetness here, as well as if I come over here and if I change the value here, you can see this wetness here. Okay, so this is how you can enable or disable this wetness of this asset. And also we can use the same material function to our landscape material to make this wetness over here. So how we can do that? We can go to open this parent material for this. So if I come over here, so here is the parent material. Just double click to open this parent material. And again also we're going to open this parent material from here as well. And here if we go to this node here you can find this option called this base shore wetness. So if I just copy this node here by pressing Ctrl and C, then we're going to select our landscape and also minimize this one, select our landscape. Then I go to its details panel and then we go down to open our landscape material from here. Just double click to open. Then we go to its parent material. Again double click to open. So here is this node view here. So if we make some room over here, okay, so we're going to apply the material function over here. But how are we going to do that? So first we're going to put another node called the make material attributes. So if I right click over here and type for make, so here is the make material attributes node. Just click. So here it is. And now we're going to hook all this connector from here to here. So we connect this base color connector over here. And how we do that? We press and hold the control key in the keyboard. Then we come over here, and when you see this palm icon, just click and just hook it over here. Okay, and do the same thing for this other. Okay, so that's it. And now we're going to paste the material function that we copied. So I press Ctrl and V. So here is the material function for the shore wetness. And now we're going to connect this make material attributes with the shore wetness function. Just connect it like this. And now we're going to connect it to this material attributes. But you can see that there are so many other nodes. So in order to make it single node, we're going to select this material attributes. Then we come over this details panel. And here you can find this option called this use material attributes. So if we make the room here, you can see the full name here called this use material attributes. Just enable this one. And you can see the single connector here. So we just connect it over here like this. Okay, just like that. And then we apply these settings here. Okay, and now if we come over here, and now you can see that the shore wetness also work properly here. So we close this window here. Okay, and also we're going to place the same asset over this distance here. So make a nice landscape here. Okay, so we have designed these cliffs, and now we're going to put some vegetations to our scene here. So for the vegetation, I'm going to download the DZ sample trees, and this pack is free. So just click on this add to project, and after download, you can find all this asset over here. So maybe we can put this tree over here. And you can see that this look really amazing. And if you see the wind effect, you can see that this is very nice looking wind effect here. Okay, so now we're going to use the same tree over here and there. Okay, so now as you can see that I put the tree over here and there, and you can see that this look really amazing here. And now I'm going to download another asset to design this area here. So I'm going to download this asset pack, and this is also a free asset pack. Just click on this add to project. And here you can see that this is not compatible with the current version, which is the 5.6, but we're going to use it anyway. So we go to this drop down menu and we select this highest possible version, which is the 5.5, and then click on this add to project. And after download this asset pack, you can find all these assets over here. And if you enable the static mesh filter, you can find all these assets in a single place here. And now I'm going to put those assets to design this area here. So I'm going to use this one and I place it over here. And I'm going to decrease the scale. So I press R and I decrease the scale like this. And I'm going to also apply the material function to this asset to make this gradual wetness here. So for this, again, I'm going to select this landscape. Then I go to its details panel. Then I go down and we open this material from here. Then also I go to this parent material and I copy this shore wetness material function. So just press Ctrl and C to copy this material function. Then I'm going to select this asset and I go to its material, just double click to open. And also I go to its parent material. And here I'm going to do the same thing that I do previously. Then I minimize this window. And here you can see that these rocks are getting wet here. And also the texture is very dark. So I'm going to brighten up a little bit. So for this, again, I'm going to open this material here. Then I go to this global texture parameter values, expand this. And here from I'm going to open this diffuse color from here. So I double click to open. And then I'm going to increase the brightness here. So I go down here. And here you can find this option called this brightness. So we're going to increase the value to maybe 3 here. And maybe I'm going to increase the brightness little bit more. So I press 5 here. So this look nice here. So I save these settings and also minimize this window. Okay, so this is our asset here now. So I press it a little bit down here like this. Okay, and now I'm going to use another one. So here it is. And I place it here. And again, I'm also going to brighten up this asset a little bit. So I select this asset, then I go to its details panel and I open its material from here. Then minimize this window. And now I'm going to decrease the scale of this asset. So I press R and decrease the scale like this. Okay. So just like that, I'm going to fill all this area here. So I'm going to use this asset and I duplicate it here like this. Okay, so as you can see that I designed this shore area here and it look really nice here. And with the same asset, I'm going to create some small islands here and there. So as you can see that we have this kind of small islands here and there. Okay, and also I'm going to select this cliff and we duplicate it here. Maybe I place it a little bit closer here like this. And also I press G to hide those guide markers here. So, and now you can see that this creates a nice landscape view here. Okay, so I think this look really amazing. And now I'm going to put some other trees here and there. Okay, so now as you can see that this look really amazing here. Okay, and now I'm going to put some ground vegetations as well. And for the ground vegetation, I am using this asset here. So just click on this add to project. And after download, you can find all these assets over here. And before you use them, I'm going to convert all these assets into a Nanite mesh. So I select all of them by pressing Ctrl A. Then I right click over it and go to the Nanite and make it enable Nanite for 24 meshes. And after conversion, we're going to apply those vegetations over here. And I'm going to use the foliage system. So for this, we go to the selection mode and we choose this foliage system here. And now we're going to drag all these plants over here. So we select all of them and just drag it over here. Then first we go to the brush size and we're going to decrease the brush size to 50 here. And then we go to this paint density and we increase it all the way 1 here. Then we go down here and we select all of them from here. Then we go down and we go to the density first. So we're going to increase the density to maybe 400 here. Then we're going to start painting from here. So we first come over here. And as you can see that these assets look nice here. Okay, so as you can see that I painted some of the small plants over here and there. And also I'm going to paint all of these plants over those cliffs here. But for this I'm going to change some settings. So again I'm go down here. And here you can find this option called this ground slope angle. And the maximum angle is set to 45 and we're going to increase it to 180 degree. And then if we come over here, you can paint those plants over these cliffs here. So maybe I'm going to increase the brush size little bit more. So we go up here and we increase the brush size up to 200 here. And then start painting. Or maybe we're going to decrease the density of this painting here. So we go down and we decrease the density to maybe 200 here. And then we start painting here. Okay, so now you can see that with these vegetations, the cliffs look really amazing here. And also I'm going to use the vegetations over these islands here. So I come over here and paint some vegetations here as well. And now we're going to create a camera for our scene. So we go back to our selection mode from here. And then I'm going to create a camera for our scene. So for this, we go to this box option and then we go to the cinematic and create a cine camera actor. And also we're going to create a sequence for our scene. So I go to the sequencer tab and click on this add level sequence. Then we're going to name it as a tutorial sequence and hit save. And then we're going to bring our camera over here. So we go to this outliner section and we search for our camera. Here it is. And then we're going to drag this camera over our sequence here. Okay, just like that. Then we're going to position our camera here. And also we're going to change some settings for our camera. So we select our camera component from here. Then we go down and here is the current focal length. So we're going to decrease the focal length value to maybe 15 here. And also we select our camera component. Then we go to its details panel. And here we go to this film back option and we go to this drop down menu and we select the 16:9 DSLR. So in that way you can get this kind of nice wide angle shot here. Okay. And also we go to the search bar and type for exposure. Then we go to this exposure metering mode, activate this option, go to this drop down menu and we select the manual mode. Then we go to this exposure compensation and we activate this option and increase the value to maybe 8 here or maybe 9. So these are the camera settings we do for now. And also we go to this outliner section and search for our directional light. So here it is. And we also clear this search bar here. Then we go to the intensity option and we decrease the value to maybe 6 here. And also we go to the source angle, we're going to increase the value. So if we come over here and if you see the sun here and we increase the source angle value and you can see that we can increase the size of our sun here. Okay, just like that. So if we move our sun, press Ctrl and L and you can see that our sun look like this. And then we go to this current aperture value for our camera, we're going to decrease the value. Okay, just like that. So now you can see that our scene look like this. Okay, so now we're going to put some another plants here as well. And for the other plants, I'm going to use this cotton grass assets here. Just click on this add to project. So here is the asset and I'm going to use the foliage system for them. So I go to the selection mode and go to the foliage. Then I'm going to deselect all of these previous plants from here. So we select all of them and then deselect. Then I'm going to bring those plants over here. Okay, so if I go down here, here are the plants. So I select all of them from here. Then I go down and I'm going to decrease the density. So I'm going to decrease it to maybe 50 here. And then I go up and I'm going to decrease the brush size. So I put 100 here. Okay, and now I'm going to start painting here. And you can see that we cannot see them because those are very small. So in order to increase the scale, we go down and make sure that we're going to select all of those plants from here. Then we go down and here I'm going to increase the scale X. So I go to the minimum and I put 2 here and in the maximum I put 4 here. Okay, and then we start painting. Okay, so this is how I'm going to use those plants over here and there. And then I'm going back to our selection mode. And now I'm going to put these small rock assets over here as well. So it will look nice. So I'm starting from this one. So I select this one and we place it over here. And I'm going to decrease the scale. So I press R and we decrease the scale like this. Place it a little bit down here and just place it here. Okay, so as you can see that when I put these rock assets over here, it look nice now. And now I'm going to put a lighthouse over this cliff here. So let's get the lighthouse. So here is the lighthouse that I'm going to use and this is absolutely free. So just click on this add to project. So here is the asset. And now I'm going to put this lighthouse over this cliff. So I go over here and I place this lighthouse over here. And I'm going to increase the scale of this. So I press R and increase the scale. And in order to know the actual size, we come over here and we put a mannequin here. So I go over this content browser and go to this characters folder, uncheck the static mesh filter. Then I go to this folder here and go to the mesh folder and I put a mannequin here. Okay, so you can see that this asset is quite small here. So we're going to increase the scale. So we select this asset and press R again and we increase the scale like this. Then I place our mannequin over here. Maybe we can increase the scale a little bit more. Okay, so I think this size is quite right. And after the adjustment, we're going to delete this mannequin and we reposition our lighthouse. Okay, so if we come over here now, okay, and now we're going to put some other assets like some broken boats here. So let's download. So this is the boat that I'm going to use from Quixel library. Just click on this add to project. So here is the asset and I'm going to put this asset over here. So just bring it over here like this. And I'm going to increase the scale. Okay. So this is how you can put some assets over here and there to make it look right. And maybe I'm going to put some rock assets over here. So I select this one and I place it over here. Okay, so as you can see that eventually our scene look very nice here. So if we change our light position, so I press Ctrl and L, and if we move our sun little bit to the horizon here, you can see this look really amazing here. Or maybe we can place our sun maybe little bit here like this. You can get a very nice view from here. Okay, and now finally I'm going to change some of the material of this cliff. So let's download some material from Fab again. So I'm going to download this material called this mossy stone. Just click on this add to project. And I'm going to use this material over this cliff here. So I just drag it to the cliff here like this. And then also I'm going to put some of here. And now I'm going to show you that how I make a nice camera animation to our scene. So I go to the sequencer tab and then maybe I'm going to create a 10 seconds long video. So I go to this frame rate option here, just click on this drop down menu and I go to the show time as and I select the seconds option here. Then I come over here and I put 10 seconds and this is our 10 seconds timeline. And then we click on this red bracket here. And then also we're going to extend our camera cut like this. And then we come over our very beginning here by clicking here. And we place our camera over here like this. Then we make a keyframe over here. But before we do that, we go to this keyframe option here. And we select our linear keyframe as a default option. Then also we click on this auto keyframe switch here. Then we come to our camera transform switch and make a keyframe here. Then we go to the very end frame and we move our camera like this. Okay. And also we're going to delete our mannequin here. So we select our mannequin and we press delete. And now if we play, you can see that we make a nice camera animation to our scene here. So this is how I make this actual scene. And now I'm going to show you some of the camera settings. So we select our camera component option here. Then we go to our details panel Then we go down and we go to the image effect option here, expand this, and we put a little bit of vignette to our scene. So we activate the vignette intensity option here, and we're going to increase the value little bit. Okay, then we go down here and we go to this film grain option, activate this option, and we increase the grain amount little bit. So we press 0.5 here. So we get this kind of cinematic grain here, but if you think this is too much, we're going to decrease the value to maybe 0.25 here. Okay, so these are the camera settings that you can use here. So this is how I make this actual scene. And now I'm going to show you that how you can render it in a high quality. So in order to render this scene in a high quality, we're going to use a plugin called the Movie Render Queue. So we go to the edit, then we go to the plugins, and in the search bar we type for movie. So here it is. We're going to activate this plugin and also activate this Movie Render Queue additional render passes. Click yes, and we have to restart our engine. So I click on this restart now, and we also save our progresses. And after restart, we're going to close our plugin bar. Then we're going to reopen our level. So I go to this content browser and we open our level. So in this case, tutorial level is our level. Just double click to open, and also open our level sequence. Then we activate our camera from here. And now we're going to render our scene. So I go to the window, then we go to the cinematics and click on this Movie Render Queue. Then we go to the render tab here and we select our sequence. So in this case, tutorial sequence is our actual sequence. Just select this one. Then we go to the unsafe config. And first we're going to delete this JPEG sequence settings here. Just click and delete. Then we go to the settings and we put anti-aliasing. And in this temporal sample count, we're going to put 16 here. And also click on this override anti-aliasing. Then also go to the settings tab, go to the camera and change the shutter timing from frame center to frame close. And also click on this overscan percentage override. And do not change the value here, make it as a default. Then go to the settings, go to the color output and we expand the misc here and click on this disable tone curve. Then again go to the settings, go to the high resolution and we click on this override subsurface scattering. Then again go to the settings and we select the EXR sequence. Then finally we go to the output and here from you can change the directory that where you want to save your renders. And also here from you can change the resolution as you desire. And then we click on this use custom frame rate. And when you click here, you can change this value from here. So generally I'm using the 23.976 settings here, but you can change it maybe 60 fps or so. And then finally just click on this accept. And then just click on this render local and your file will be ready. And in my previous tutorials, I show you that how you can change those EXR sequence into a nice video file. So this is it, and this is how I make this actual scene. So I hope you really enjoyed this video, and if you like this video, I recommend you to check my other videos, and if you like those videos, please do subscribe this channel and turn the notification on. And you can also download this project file for free from my Patreon page, so make sure that you visit my Patreon. So this is for today, and I am Amit, and we will see in my next video. So till then, take care and bye bye.